If you're about to spend serious money on a reliable SUV for 2026, hear this once because it can save you years of regret. The most expensive problems rarely begin with a breakdown. They begin with doubt. The first time the dash lights up for something random. The first time the infotainment freezes while you're depending on navigation. The first time the transmission feels off for 2 seconds and then acts normal again. Nothing catastrophic. Just enough to make you wonder what's next. And once you start driving your own SUV with that little voice in your head, you've already lost, even if the car technically still runs. So this list is built around what people actually experience. SUVs that consistently behave the same way day after day, that use powertrains with strong real-world track records, and that avoid the kind of overcomplicated failure points that turn ownership into a monthly surprise. Most reliable here doesn't mean perfect. It means fewer problems, less stress, fewer expensive surprises, and the kind of ownership where you stop thinking about the vehicle because it simply does its job. Stay to the end because the #1 pick is the closest thing to a buy it and relax SUV in this class. And if you want more breakdowns like this that protect your money and your peace of mind, subscribe to Royer Motors. Number 6. Mazda CX-50, reliability through simplicity and proven hardware. The first reliability truth is uncomfortable, but it's real. The more a vehicle tries to be everything at once, the more opportunities it creates to irritate you. That's why the CX-50 earns a spot here. It's not on this list because it has the loudest reputation. It's on this list because the non-turbo versions use a straightforward formula that tends to age calmly. A naturally aspirated 2.5-liter engine paired to a conventional 6-speed automatic. In a world full of small turbo engines running hotter under load and transmissions that constantly search for the perfect ratio, this kind of setup matters because it's less stressed in normal life. Mechanically, the CX-50's standard 2.5-liter is rated at 187 horsepower and 185 lb-ft of torque. The point isn't the number, the point is how the powertrain behaves. Predictable throttle response, consistent shifting logic, and fewer weird moments that owners interpret as something failing. Reliability is partly mechanical and partly psychological, because a vehicle that behaves consistently is a vehicle you trust, and trust is what keeps people from trading early. Now, I'm not pretending this is the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it SUV for everyone. The CX-50 is a more style and feel-oriented choice than a pure appliance SUV, and that means your priorities matter. But if your idea of reliability includes the cabin staying solid, the vehicle feeling tight over time, and the driving experience not turning into a collection of small annoyances, this is the kind of SUV that can quietly win that battle. The smartest way to buy this one for reliability is simple. If you want maximum low drama, favor the simpler powertrain path. More power is fun, but complexity multiplies. The CX-50 is a strong reliability pick when you buy it for what it's best at. Balanced, composed daily driving with a proven conventional drivetrain. Number 5. Subaru Forester, the real-world durable, daily confidence SUV. If you want reliability based on what people actually experience, you have to include a type of reliability that never shows up in a spec sheet. Confidence, reliability. The Forester earns its place because it consistently behaves the same way in the conditions that make other SUVs feel nervous: rain, uneven pavement, steep roads, and unpredictable weather. That's not a marketing story. That's an ownership experience that reduces stress, and reduced stress is part of why people keep certain vehicles longer. Mechanically, Forester uses a 2.5-liter boxer 4-cylinder, producing 180 horsepower and 178 lb-ft of torque, paired with a CVT with AWD as the default identity. Some people hear CVT and immediately worry, but here's the key point. In real ownership, the Forester's mission is not to feel fast, it's to feel stable and predictable. And that predictability, no surprise torque spikes, no aggressive shifting strategies, no complicated performance tuning, is often what keeps a vehicle feeling normal as the miles stack up. What owners tend to experience with this kind of SUV is consistency. It starts the same, it moves the same, it behaves the same. That sounds boring, but boring is exactly what reliability feels like when you're the one paying for the vehicle. And because the Forester is built around visibility, practicality, and day-to-day usability, it avoids one of the biggest long-term problems in modern SUVs: the vehicle that's technically fine, but emotionally exhausting to live with. Now let's be honest about the trade-off. If you want strong acceleration, there are SUVs that will feel more energetic. But energy isn't reliability. The Forester is the type of vehicle people buy when they want a daily routine that doesn't involve surprises, and in terms of what people actually experience, that's the core of why it belongs on a reliability list. Per 4. Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid, the low-drama ownership formula. The Corolla Cross Hybrid makes this list because it represents one of the most reliable ownership formulas in the modern market. A conservative hybrid system that's been refined through massive real-world use, wrapped in a compact SUV that's easy to live with. And here's the important detail: most people don't want their SUV to be exciting. They want it to be invisible. They want it to disappear into daily life and never create problems. That's exactly the kind of experience this vehicle is designed to deliver. Mechanically, the Corolla Cross Hybrid is rated at 196 net combined horsepower, and it's commonly associated with excellent fuel economy, around the low 40s combined depending on configuration. But the bigger reliability story isn't just MPG, it's that Toyota's hybrid approach often reduces stress in the places where cars suffer the most wear: stop-and-go traffic. Electric assist smooths low-speed movement, and that often means fewer harsh transitions and less working hard behavior for the gas engine during everyday driving. This is also why the hybrid version is the one that belongs on a reliability list more than the gas version. The gas Corolla Cross uses a conventional small engine and a CVT that can feel more strained when you load it up or push it on hills. The hybrid tends to feel smoother and more confident at normal speeds, which changes how owners perceive it over time. When a vehicle feels confident in daily driving, people trust it. When they trust it, they keep it. And keeping it is the ultimate proof that reliability is real. The key to buying this SUV without regret is matching it to your life. It's compact. It's not the big family hauler. If you buy it expecting huge backseat comfort, you'll stress the vehicle with constant heavy loads and constant dissatisfaction. But if your life fits its mission, commuting, errands, light family duty, and a strong desire for low operating drama, the Corolla Cross Hybrid is one of the smartest real reliability plays in 2026. 3. Lexus NX Hybrid, premium reliability without the luxury problems. Luxury reliability is tricky because many premium vehicles earn their feel through complexity: air suspensions, advanced driver systems, lots of electric features, things that can become expensive headaches when they age. The reason the Lexus NX Hybrid earns a top spot is that it delivers a premium experience without relying on the kind of high-risk complexity that creates luxury problems. It's basically the calm, refined version of a proven hybrid formula. The NX 350h is widely rated at 240 horsepower with a 2.5-liter hybrid setup. The reason that matters isn't the number, it's the ownership personality. Lexus tunes these systems for smoothness and quietness, which is exactly what reduces daily irritation. And daily irritation is where many unreliable feelings begin, even if the vehicle isn't actually braking. A quiet cabin that stays quiet, a drivetrain that stays smooth, and electronics that don't constantly annoy you. This is what owners describe when they talk about premium reliability. Then there's the plug-in version, the NX 450h+, which is often associated with an EV-only range in the high 30-mile area. Plug-in hybrids can be incredible if you actually charge and your routine fits the range. But from a pure reliability mindset, the simplest long-term path is usually the conventional hybrid because it asks less of your habits and it avoids a more complicated charging lifestyle. That's not a criticism, just a reality of ownership. The more you depend on charging behavior, the more ways your ownership experience can become inconsistent. The reason the NX Hybrid belongs on this list, based on what people actually experience, is that Lexus repeatedly ranks near the top of dependability studies, and owners consistently report fewer problems and higher satisfaction over time. It's not magic. It's a combination of conservative engineering, proven hybrid components, and premium build quality that often stays tight for years. If you want reliability but refuse to live in a boring cabin, this is one of the smartest answers. Number 2. Toyota Highlander Hybrid, the family reliability standard. Family reliability has a different meaning. It's not just, does it run? It's, does it keep my week from collapsing? Because when a three-row SUV becomes unpredictable, it doesn't just cost money, it costs time, stress, and logistics. The Highlander Hybrid is here because it consistently plays the role families actually need: a stable, smooth, low-drama people mover that doesn't feel fragile. Mechanically, the Highlander Hybrid is commonly cited at 243 total system horsepower using a 2.5-liter hybrid system. Again, the point is not speed. The point is that hybrid torque and electric smoothing reduce the harshness of everyday driving. In traffic, hybrids tend to feel less strained because electric assist carries the low-speed load. That can translate into an ownership experience that feels more relaxed, and relaxed vehicles tend to age better because they're not constantly working at the edge of their comfort zone. What people often experience with Highlander Hybrid ownership is exactly what you want from a reliability SUV. It's predictable. It's boring in the best way. It starts, drives, and behaves like it's supposed to. And because Toyota hybrid systems have been in real-world use for many years across millions of vehicles, the overall risk profile tends to feel lower than newer, unproven powertrain experiments. Now, there's a buyer mistake that turns this SUV from a reliability win into a regret win for the wrong reasons. Buying it without honestly assessing your size needs. If you actually need more third-row space regularly, you might be happier in something larger. If you don't, the Highlander Hybrid is a sweet spot that gives you family practicality without the full-size penalty. Reliability is partly engineering and partly fit. A vehicle that matches your real use lasts longer in your life. If your goal is to buy one SUV that your family can depend on without turning ownership into constant little issues, this is one of the strongest choices in the reliability conversation. Number 1. Honda CR-V Hybrid, the closest thing to buy it and relax. This is the SUV that keeps winning the real-world reliability argument for one simple reason. It behaves like it was designed by people who hate drama. The CR-V Hybrid earns number 1 because it combines a proven hybrid layout with a daily driving experience that owners describe as smooth, consistent, and easy. Exactly the traits that make a vehicle feel reliable year after year. Mechanically, the CR-V Hybrid is widely listed at 204 total system horsepower, and the traction motor torque is often cited at 247 lb-ft in the low RPM range. That's not just a number, it explains the feeling. In normal life, you don't drive at redline. You drive at low speeds, mid-speeds, partial throttle, and constant transitions. A hybrid system with strong low-speed torque can move the vehicle with less strain and fewer dramatic shifts. Less strain means fewer stress cycles on components, and fewer stress cycles is one of the hidden ingredients behind long-term dependability. This is also one of those vehicles where reliability is not just mechanical, it's experiential. The CR-V Hybrid tends to avoid the weird behaviors that make owners lose confidence: jerky transitions, unpredictable acceleration feel, and constantly thinking transmissions. The goal is calmness, and calmness is what makes an owner stop worrying. That matters because a vehicle can be mechanically fine, but if it constantly feels odd, owners treat it like it's unreliable. The CR-V Hybrid tends to keep trust intact. And the final reason it's number 1, it's a complete package. Many SUVs can be reliable but annoying. Others can be pleasant but questionable long-term. The CR-V Hybrid sits in that rare middle where the powertrain, comfort, usability, and real-world owner satisfaction align. It's not trying to impress you for 5 minutes, it's trying to make you happy for 5 years. So if your definition of reliability is what it should be, less stress, fewer surprises, and a vehicle you can keep without second-guessing, this is the top pick.